1962 D USA 1-cent coin, Lincoln Memorial penny. Iantero, this 1962 D penny could be worth millions. What if we told you that a simple 1962 D penny in your pocket change could be worth thousands, or even millions, of dollars? Well, it's true. The 1962 D Lincoln 1-cent coin might look like any other copper penny, but under the right conditions, it could be a collector's dream. In today's video, we're going to explore the 1962 D 1-cent coin from the United States like never before. From its origins and design to its hidden rarities, recent auction sales, and how one of these coins could still be worth a fortune in circulation. Historical background: America in 1962 D. In 1962 D, the United States was in the midst of the Cold War and the early days of the space race. John F. Kennedy was president, and the country was buzzing with energy, innovation, and ambition. While the world changed rapidly, the humble penny continued its long-standing tradition. The Lincoln cent had already been in circulation for over 50 years, first introduced in 1909. By 1962 D, the reverse had featured the Lincoln Memorial for just 3 years, replacing the original wheat ears design in 1959. The penny remained a symbol of Abraham Lincoln's legacy and a coin that almost everyone encountered every day. Symbols and design: a tribute to LNCOLN. The 1962 D Lincoln cent features powerful and meaningful imagery. Obverse, front designed by Victor David Brenner. The front of the coin features a right-facing portrait of President Abraham Lincoln. Above him is the national motto, "In God We Trust," to the left is "Liberty," and to the right, the date, 1962. If the coin was minted in Denver, it includes a small D mint mark under the date. No mint mark means it was struck in Philadelphia. Reverse, back designed by Frank Gasparo. The back shows the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. Look closely and you'll see a tiny depiction of Lincoln seated inside the memorial. This reverse also includes United States of America, e pluribus unum, 1 cent. This design celebrated the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth and aimed to remind Americans of his dedication to unity and freedom. Mintage process. How the 1962 D penny was made. The 1962 D Lincoln cents were struck using a metal alloy of 95% copper and 5% zinc and tin. The U.S. Mint produced these coins at high volumes to meet growing economic demands. Metal blanks. Flat metal sheets were punched to create circular blanks called planchets. Annealing and cleaning. These blanks were heated to soften them and then cleaned. Upsetting. The blanks' rims were slightly raised in a process called upsetting. Striking. Dies pressed the coin's image onto the planchet with tremendous force. Mint marking. Coins struck in Denver were marked with a small d, while those from Philadelphia had no mint mark. The production was immense. Over 2.4 billion pennies were minted in 1962 between the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Rarity and varieties. What makes a 1962 D penny special? While most 1962 D cents are common, certain errors and varieties can be extremely rare and valuable. Double die obverse, DDOA. Rare but highly desirable variety where parts of the design are duplicated due to a misalignment in the die during manufacturing. Look closely at the lettering or date for signs of doubling. Repunched mint mark, RPM. Some Denver minted 1962 D cents show signs of the D being punched more than once. These RPM varieties are collected and cataloged by error specialists. Off-center strikes. A coin struck off-center, especially if the date is still visible, can command high prices. Die cracks, cuts, and BE errors. These are small irregularities caused by worn or broken dies. The BIE error is particularly interesting. It shows a raised line between the B and E in Liberty, looking like the letters BIE. Struck on wrong planchet, very rare, but if a 1962 penny was struck on a dime planchet or even a foreign coin planchet, it becomes a major rarity worth thousands. Coin value. How much is a 1962 D penny worth today? Most 1962 D pennies in circulation are still worth face value or slightly more, but collectors pay premiums for certain conditions and errors. Circulated pennies. In average condition, these coins are worth about 1 to 3 cents, mostly for their copper content. Uncirculated, MS-60. MS-64. These typically range from $100 to $5,000, depending on shine and luster. GM condition. MS65, MS66 red high-grade coins with brilliant red color can sell for $100 to $7,500, top grades, MS67 plus red. These rare, perfectly preserved examples can bring in $500 to over $2,000, depending on demand and grading company. Error coins, RPMs, DDOs, and off-center strikes can range from $500 to several $1,000s. Recent auctions. Record sales of 1962 DPNAS. Recent auction results show just how valuable some 1962 cents can be. A 1962 Lincoln cent graded MS67 plus red by PCGS sold for $4,700 at a heritage auction. In 1962, DRPM variety in MS66 RD fetched over $1,100, due to the rarity and sharp repunching. A double die obverse example in near mint condition brought $900. Off-center errors and die caps from 1962 have sold between $300 and $1,500. If your 1962 penny is flawless, well-centered, and brilliantly red, it might just be a hidden treasure. Worth millions in circulation. The big question: can a 1962 D penny really be worth millions? While extremely rare, it is possible under the right circumstances. Discovery of a new variety. If a previously unknown major double die or mint error is found and authenticated, it could fetch 6 or even 7 figures from serious collectors or museums. Perfect top pop coin. If a 1962 D penny is certified as the single highest graded coin of its kind, say, MS68 red or higher, it could become the target of competitive bidding, possibly reaching hundreds of thousands or more. Ultra-rare mint errors. Imagine a 1962 D cent struck on a gold or silver planchet, or even with a completely mismatched reverse. These one-of-a-kind errors could spark $1 million auction. There are still millions of 1962 pennies in circulation and hiding in old jars, rolls, and collections. Many have never been examined closely. That's why now is a perfect time to look. Conclusion. Don't overlook the 1962 DPNNY. The 1962 D Lincoln cent may be one of the most overlooked coins in American history, but it shouldn't be. With a striking design, rich history, and the chance for rare and valuable varieties, this small copper coin has huge potential. If you've got a handful of change or an old coin jar, take a few minutes to check for 1962 D pennies. You might just discover something worth far more than 1 cent. Thanks for joining us today. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more in-depth coin videos just like this. Got a cool 1962 penny story? Drop it in the comments below. We'd love to hear about your rare finds, and remember, even the smallest coin can hold a massive surprise.